No Nut November has to be one of the most misunderstood practices to have ever existed. For most guys, it's some kind of challenge. A test of abstinence. An assessment of will. And to be honest, in the month of November, many men end up becoming hyper-aware of their sexual nature. They gain a newfound awareness of the extent of their destructive habit. They gain an appreciation for everything else life has to offer. They begin to see all the benefits of retention, that is, until December hits. Once their period of abstinence ends, people experience what I call a rebound effect. They double down on their bad habits to make up for lost time. They destroy any progress over November, and then some. This is what happens when you psychologically tell yourself you can't have something. You might succeed, but in the process, unknowingly incur a huge cost to yourself. Initially, your willpower will be constant and strong. Over time, your conviction will begin to waver. But nonetheless, you hold strong and continue suppressing what you had previously freely allowed yourself. Then, the time comes when you're finally able to indulge. You successfully complete whatever challenge you put yourself through, in this case, No Nut November. And your mind, after being successfully restrained for so long, does what it naturally does to reinstate balance in the body. It completely feeds the habit that you so forcefully restricted. You pour everything you got into what you had been missing for so long. You rebound negatively from this period of abstinence, as you blast yourself into oblivion. Another real-life, highly applicable example of this is dieting. Ultimately, the goal of No Nut November should be to make abstinence your new normal, balanced, everyday state of existence. But when you treat it like a challenge, one with a definitive timetable, your brain is simply unable to do so. You're unable to make retention a mental state of being, because you know that when the month ends, you'll have free reign again. It's not because you're weak or lack discipline, it's just the way humans are programmed. This is why No Nut November is fundamentally flawed. Ultimately, remember that retention is a lifestyle choice. It's a lifelong habit, a daily practice, a state of existence. But when you turn retention into some kind of twisted game, your brain begins playing these same games back on you. Your mind becomes hyper-responsive to any similar stimuli. What you suppress begins to dominate your every waking moment. And inevitably, when you revert to your original lifestyle, your lizard brain will compensate for lost time. That's why it's so important to really address the underlying causes of your use when starting NoFap. Whether it's loneliness, boredom, or a general lack of mental health. Understand yourself, so that you can successfully make retention the foundation of your future life.